everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making number 324 granny square of our 365 days of granny squares. Today's granny square is quite interesting. It is called Super Sampler and it's designed by Donna. So make sure you check out her written pattern. Actually, we're ending early, but she has written instructions for the 6-inch square, which is what we're doing today, making 7 rounds on today's square. But her square pattern goes up to 16 rounds to make a 12-inch square. She has a section in there to stop at a 9-inch also, so you can stop at 6 inches, 9 inches, or 12 inches. Totally up to you, but we're ending today on the 6-inch mark. And this square is something like we've never done before. We are doing these rounds here where it's double crochet 3 together and then clustering into that stitch and then going on to the next stitch. It's just really confusing but really cool all at the same time, and it was a lot of fun to figure out. We are also working with surface stitches here, making these slip stitches across this row too. So that is also something we have not done at all yet. So you can see there's back post stitches there, and then there's single crochets and half double crochets and double crochets. So an eclectic amount of stitches today. I'm using 5 different colors today in today's square. You can use as many colors as you want. This is Red Heart Super Saver, and this is just scrap yarns. Look at this little ball hiding in there. Little scraps of yarn. For this project, you're not going to need a whole lot. So this is a 10 ply size 4 worsted weight medium yarn. Yeah, that little tiny ball of yarn is hiding in my pile, but you can use any yarn you want, just any scraps that you've got lying around. I'm going to demonstrate this square using an H size crochet hook, which is 5 millimeters, so make sure you have that handy, as well as a yarn needle and a scissor, because we'll be cutting our yarn, sewing in our ends, and these tools just come in handy in this whole project. Also, there are links in the description of this video, so you can find the link to Donna's written pattern for the Super Sampler and make yours bigger. And if you do make it bigger, I would absolutely love to see it. You should see her big square because it turned out so wonderfully. Also, there's a link to my Facebook and Instagram in the description of this video, so make sure you share your photos. I have to see your photo in the comment section on Facebook. And on Instagram, be sure to hashtag 365 days of granny squares and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your square on there as well. And you can follow me on Snapchat. I'm YARNutopia on Snapchat. Lastly, I have to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. I can't believe we made it over 100,000 subscribers. You guys are so awesome. Couldn't do this without you. So now let's get started and making number 324 granny square. Let's start off with a slip knot, so put your short end over that long end, fold that down and pull it through, pull tight, insert your hook, and we can start. Let's start out by chaining 6, so yarn over, pull through, 1, yarn over, pull through, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to go all the way to the first chain way over here and make a slip stitch to form a ring. So go in, then yarn over and pull through and pull through. So now we've made a ring. If you wanted to, you could start with the magic ring or the adjustable ring if you want. Just go on to round 1 here. We're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that counts as our first double crochet of this round. In the same ring here, we're going to put 19 double crochets for a total of 20 stitches. So yarn over, go into this ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a double crochet. So you have to make 19 of those. So I won't make you watch me do all of them, but just again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 2. This is 3. Here's 4, 5. Okay, so make your 19 of these, and then at the end you have to count back. This chain up 3 counts as a stitch, so you should have 20 in total. So I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 2. When you're finished with this round, just slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3 here. So if you need to count back 20, it should lead you up to this chain up 3 here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 right at the top, just in that loop and this loop here, and then yarn over and pull through and pull through. Okay, so there's round 1. Now I crocheted over the top of this straggler, so I'm going to kind of pull it tight to try to close that center a little bit more, and I'll sew that in later and that'll close that just a little bit more. But if you use the adjustable ring, it will completely close. You can pull that straggler, that loose end, and then it'll close that center. So now if you are, well, regardless if you're changing color or not, you need to fasten off because this next round is all back post stitches. So we're going to chain 1 and cut our yarn, pull it through and pull tight. And now we're going to be working around the post from the back. Okay, so we're going to, you can start in any stitch here. So we're going to go from the back between the posts around the post to the other side. Okay, just like that. So that's what it looks like. And we are going, I'm going to grab a new color here. Hook that on the hook, pull it through, chain 1, and we're going to put a back post single crochet in there. So go back from the back of that, around there again, then yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a back post single crochet. Now we are going to back post half double crochet around this very next stitch. So yarn over, go from this side of the post around this next stitch right here, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. Okay, that's a back post half double crochet, just like that. Now we are going to put a back post double crochet on the next stitch. So yarn over, go around from the back, around it, just like this, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's a back post double crochet. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to back post double crochet in the next stitch. So yarn over, go from the back of this next stitch right here around the post, yarn over and pull through, okay, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. Now we're going to half double crochet the back post, half double crochet around this next stitch. So yarn over, go around this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook, just like that. Then we're going to back post single crochet in the next stitch. So go in, around this stitch from the back, just like that, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We're going to back post half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so we yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and then a back post double crochet is going around the next stitch. So yarn over, go around it, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have to make the corner, so we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to repeat this from this chain 3 across here all the way around until we get back to the beginning here. So we are going to back post double crochet around the next stitch, then back post half double crochet around the next stitch. Whoopsie, that's a double crochet. Sorry guys. Pull through all 3 loops, just like that. So it's a shorter stitch. Now this next stitch gets a back post single crochet. Okay. The next stitch gets a back post half double crochet. And then the next stitch gets a back post double crochet. Okay, then you chain 3 for your corner, finish off this last side. I'll meet you up when we get back to the beginning here, and we'll go on to round 3. When you come back around, you'll have to put a double or back post double crochet around that stitch and a back post half double crochet around the last stitch. And then we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet or the first back post single crochet here. Go in and then yarn over and pull through and pull through. Okay, so there's round 2. Awesome. Now I'm going to change color. So chain up 1 and cut this yarn, pull it through and pull tight. We're going to start in a corner, chain 3 space, and I'm going to pick up my other yarn. And now we're going to chain up 3. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, and 3, and that counts as our first double crochet of this round. And when we come back around, we are still going to put more stitches in that beginning chain 3 space, so keep that in mind. But we are going to put 2 half double crochets into the same space here. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Okay? Then we're going to put a half double crochet into each stitch across. So yarn over, go into this double crochet stitch, this back post double crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And this next stitch, so there should be 5 stitches. 1, 2, next stitch is 3. Next stitch is 4, and the next stitch is 5. And then in the corner here, the chain 3 spaces are going to get a 2 half double crochets. So 1 and 2, then a double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then 2 more half double crochets go in there as well. And that's your corner. And then you're just going to put 1 half double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches, and then in the corner chain 3 space we're putting 2 half double crochet, a double crochet, and 2 half double crochets. So do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for the next round. Alright, when you're finished with this round, we have to still put 2 half double crochets in this first corner here, and then we're going to slip stitch to this beginning chain up 3. If you can see it, it's right here. 1, 2, and 3. Go at the top there, then yarn over, pull through, and through. Now, regardless if you're changing color or not, you're going to have to fasten off anyway, so chain 1, cut that, pull it through, and pull tight. Now, look at your square like this, and you can see here, if you stretch this out, the stitch right before a corner. So you can see this half double crochet right before the corner stitches. The corner stitches, here, let's look at this corner, it's better. There's 2 half double crochets, a double crochet, and 2 half double crochets in the corner space. We are going to go in the one right before it. So this stitch right here, we are going to go in there and start around there. And we're going to grab our stitch. If you want to count back 3 from the double crochet, so 1, 2, and 3, right in that stitch we're going to start. So that's where, if you're unsure of where to start, just look for your double crochet stitch and count 3 back from it. Now we are going to chain up 2, 1 and 2, and now we're going to make something called a beginning double crochet 3 together. So what that means is we're going to yarn over, go into the very next stitch right here, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to yarn over and go into the next stitch right before that double crochet. We're going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and now we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on the hook. That's a beginning double crochet 3 together because this chain up 2 looks like it's part of that stitch. Okay, now we are going to make a beginning cluster at the top of that stitch. So a beginning cluster, this is a new stitch here, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to yarn over and go into the stitch we just made. So go back into it right here, okay, right into the top of the stitch, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, but hold it, we're going to yarn over and go back into that stitch, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, so you have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. Okay, so we just made that cluster stitch into the 3 double crochet together, so that's cool. We're going to do the same thing, working a cluster stitch into the cluster stitch that we just made. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, go into the top of the cluster stitch, so back here, just like this, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so now we have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. So we just clustered into the cluster. How cool is that? Now we're going to skip over this double crochet stitch right here, and we are going to double crochet 3 together over here. So we're going to yarn over, skip that stitch right there, go into this stitch right here, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and again yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops. Now we're going to make one of those clusters just like we made this one. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to yarn over and go into that double crochet 3 together stitch, so you can see the loops right there. We're going to go into there, then yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and now we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Okay, there's your cluster. Now we're going to come back down here to this round 3. We're going to put these 3 together. So we're going to double crochet them together. So yarn over, go into this very next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through all 4 of the loops on your hook. And now we're going to do that cluster again. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, go into that stitch that we just made, that double crochet 3 together, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now we're going to double crochet these 3 stitches together. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. And now since we're at the corner here, you can see this is counted, this chain of 3 here is my middle double crochet of the corner. This is where we have to make our corner, which is exactly the same as over here. So we're going to make a cluster stitch, 1, 2, 3, cluster into the double crochet 3 together stitch. Then we're going to put a cluster into that cluster. So chain 3, cluster into this cluster here. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to skip over this middle double crochet. In my case, it's my chain up 3 from the previous round, and we're going to just repeat what we did. So double crochet 3 together, then cluster in the top of that, and then just keep repeating. If you need to, you can easily follow along with the written pattern or just rewind this to see exactly what I did on this side and this corner, and just repeat that all the way around. And then I will meet you up at the end of this round. We'll go on the next round together. Alright, just finishing my last cluster at the top of this 3 double crochet together. And then we're going to slip stitch to the beginning double crochet 3 together stitch. So right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now at this point, I am not going to change my color. If you want to, you can fasten off here, change your color, go on to round 5, but I'm going to just chain up 3 right here. 1, 2, and 3. And in the same stitch, we are going to put 2 more double crochets because that chain of 3 counts as a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's a double crochet, just like in round 1 I showed you, just like this. So it looks like there's 3 double crochets in that double crochet 3 together stitch. Now in the corner here, you can see in this cluster where we worked our stitches, or this cluster into this cluster, if that makes sense, right in here is where we're going to put our corner. So into this cluster, we are going to put 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then we are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and put 3 more double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and that's our corner of our square. Now we are going to hop into the double crochet 3 together stitch, this big gap right here. We're going to put 3 double crochets in there. So 1, 2, and 3. Then skip over this cluster and put 3 double crochets into the double crochet 3 together stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to skip over this cluster and put 3 double crochets into this double crochet 3 together stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're at the corner now, and you can see this cluster is worked into this cluster right here. So we are going to put our corner in that stitch. And we are going to put 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets, all in that same stitch. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that around. So if you need to, rewind this to see how I did my first side and first corner. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue on with this pattern all the way around. If you need to, you can also follow along with the written pattern. But I will meet you up for round 6. Alright, when you come back around, just slip stitch to this beginning, chain up 3 here. So skip over this cluster and then slip stitch into the top right here. Just go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. At this point, we are actually going to be working in these stitches from round 3 here at the base of where these double crochet 3 together stitches are. So we're going to fasten this row off. So chain 1, cut that, pull it through, and pull tight. And now we're going to go into, you can go into any stitch. I'm just going to go into this free stitch right here. Okay, and I'm going to grab a difference color. Okay, and when you can see in the back here, I'm going to hook it on through the back of my square, okay, and pull it through. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to go into this next stitch here, okay, and then we're going to yarn over and pull it through and through. And we're just going to slip stitch around this round. So go into this bottom of this next stitch right here, okay, and then yarn over with your hook, then pull it through, there we go, then pull through that loop there, okay. So just slip stitch across here, so all the way around. There's nothing else we have to do, just slip stitch in each stitch. You can see that I'm not pulling too tight, so it actually looks like stitches on the front here. So we're not going to pull too tight. you can kind of pull up your loop a little bit and then go into the next stitch, yarn over from the back there, pull it through and through, go into the next, yarn over and pull through and through. Okay, so you can see I'm just doing that all the way around this round. Okay, and then once we finish this round, we'll go on to the next round together. When you finish your last slip stitch here, you don't want there to be a gap here. So either you can go underneath this slip stitch and then yarn over, pull through and finish off, but that kind of looks kind of weird. So what we're actually going to do is leave it there for a second, cut this yarn, okay, and then continue to pull it all the way through, but don't pull too tight, okay? Then what we're going to do is a new technique. It's called the invisible join. We're going to yarn our needle, okay, and then we're going to go underneath this slip stitch here from the bottom to the top, just around it, just like that, okay, and pull this through, just like that, and then we're going to make a stitch by going in through the center of this stitch here where this yarn right here is coming through, so we're going to go into there. Okay, and into that stitch that's back there. So we're going to go through. Okay, and you can, pull it snug so it looks like a stitch right there. Awesome. Then flip this over to the back, and we're going to tie these two, the front and the back straggler, just once. I'm just going to tie it once. Okay, and then when I'm done, I'm going to sew these ends in. So I know I show this to you often. Just sew in this end underneath these loops in the corresponding color, of course. Okay, in the back of these stitches. That way you won't see these in the front. Okay, just like that. So then you can cut any extra you may have. I'll do that other one off camera, but I'm just going to go down this side with this one. And then when you flip it back to the front, you can't see that at all. So it looks really fabulous. And that invisible join was right there, and you can't even tell. So cool. Now going on to round 7, super simple round. We're going to start in any stitch after a chain 2 corner space. So right into this double crochet stitch, and I'm going to use a new yarn, hook that on the hook and pull it through, chain up 1, and then single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, and now we're just going to do a simple single crochet round, so just single crochet into each of these 15 stitches on the side, and in the chain 2 corner spaces we're going to put 3 single crochets. So it's a very simple round, just kind of cleaning up the edges and making it pop, making it look good. If you wanted to, you could substitute these for double crochets, half double crochets, or anything. Now in this chain 2 space, we're putting 3 single crochets. Like I said, that's your corner. And then we're just going to single crochet into each stitch. You can work in the back loops only if you wanted to. You can work in doing, I'm not sure if front post or back post stitches would look okay, but you can try it out. Why not? This is a super sampler square, so it's really your choice on this round, but I am going to meet you back up at the end of this round and we'll fasten off together. When you're finished with this round, just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet right here, go in, yarn over, pull through and through. And now at this point I am going to fasten off, so chain 1, cut the yarn, pull it all the way through, pull tight, and sew in that end. But if you want to follow along with the written pattern, there is a total of 16 rounds. So you can go on to making rounds 8 through 16, making your block more of a 12-inch block, and have fun with the stitches because that it is a super sampler. There are all kinds of an eclectic amount of stitches in this block, but I just wanted to end here. This is the 6-inch style. This is 6-inch square. So cut any extra And there it is, number 324 granny square is finished. I'm obviously going to need to block this because this middle is kind of wonky, but block it up and it looks good. Awesome. That was a lot of fun to make. So make sure you're sharing your photos on the Facebook and Instagram, and be sure to hashtag 365 days of granny squares and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your work. I will see you tomorrow. Happy hooking!